here's a list of some people that have already been engaged at the government level. Fundraising. This really is more of just something for you to be aware of. The University of Michigan Museum of Natural History is actually the ones that are doing the fundraising, not Washington ISD, not the local districts. But as you can imagine, bringing in an exhibit like this isn't free. So a part of what they've been doing for the last year, and will be doing for the next year, is raising funds. Funds to provide professional development for teachers at a relatively low cost, to provide materials for the classroom, to bring the actual exhibit here, to have some community forums around race leading up to the actual exhibit coming. So many different ways and ideas for every member individually or as organization to get involved. And they have asked for all 10 school districts in Washington County to contribute some support financially behind it. And there's a range from minimal support to what I think the range is something like $100 to $5,000. Just really knowing that there's some districts that will only be able to do a little bit, but there's other districts that may be able to do more. The point is that they are looking for the school districts in every facet of the community to say, this is important to us, and we are going to do what we can to help support this. So what your superintendent has for you tonight is the first review of a resolution, and just a little bit of background about the resolution. The Michigan Department of Education and State Board of Education passed a diversity resolution to promote diversity learning in the state of Michigan months ago, maybe even about a year ago. We took that resolution because the content of that resolution spoke to the spirit behind this exhibit. We took that resolution and we developed it in a way in which we hope all 10 school districts in Washington County are willing to put their support behind bringing this exhibit to Washington County. And with that, I'll turn it back over to your superintendent.
Well, and I think the commitment that we have to make if we approve this is the liaison that we have to have.
Yes.
And then there's some professional development that takes place in the summer before anything would happen as far as visits or what, so that the teachers are well trained on how to prepare the students and, like she said, give the lessons.
So what Washington ISD has asked each district to do is one person who would be the liaison, who would be like the person that we would provide all the information through about ways in which the school district could be involved, but then identifying at what grade level your district is interested in having students actually be involved, and send that teacher to a summer institute, which is like a week long for a very nominal cost.
Willow Run's already been doing a lot of diversity and race training for a long time now. So, actually, which brings up the point, I'd like to, if we're going to read the resolution, I'd like to add the words continue to, where it says resolved, the Board of Education will continue to implement, making it just that much stronger and recognizable than doing in the past as well.
Very well stated, thank you. Do you have any questions of me? I apologize, I have another meeting in Ypsilanti, so I'm not too far on the road.
9 minutes.
9 minutes to get there? But please know, if you ever wish for me to come back, or if you wish for the two ladies that are behind the exhibit to come back as we get closer to that day, give you updates or whatever you like, I can work with your superintendent to make that possible.
One quick question. In 2013, when that comes to Ann Arbor, how long will it be here?
It's here February through May. February through May.
Where will it be?
It'll be at the University of Michigan Museum of Natural History. Okay? All right.
Said February through May.
February through May.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. You all have a good evening.
Thank you.
Oh, I do have a few handouts. I didn't have one. I think I may have one because I know your superintendent already has one. And if I don't have enough, I can get some more. But here are some of the handouts that are related to this.
Thank you.
Thank you. You all have a good evening. You too.
Thank you very much. Be careful.
Review of purchase order, VSC.
That should read that.
Just review it.
We have to read it to review it probably. That's what we're going to do. That's the first reading.
Review of resolution diversity learning.
Mr. President, I move that the Willow Run Board of review the following resolution. Whereas the State Board of Education, Michigan Department of Education, and the Willow Run Board of Education continue to support diversity learning and instrumental to success in the global economy. And whereas Michigan's increasingly diverse population is a valuable asset for the state and for our district's future economic development. And whereas diversity learning enables students to communicate with others who are different from themselves, promoting mutual understanding and prepares them for effectual participation in a democratic society. And whereas diversity learning in public schools contribute to excellence in education, and whereas students should have teachers who are trained to teach about diversity and handle sensitive issues in the classroom, and whereas diversity learning promotes social well-being among students by helping reduce conflict, bullying, and violence in schools, now therefore be it resolved that the Willow Run Board of Education will implement policies and practices that promote diversity in learning, including upcoming participation in the Understanding Race Project, a community project, and leadership from the University of Michigan.
Support.
It's been moved and supported, the Willow Run Board of Education open review the resolution of diversity learning. Any more questions or discussion regarding this?
The last sentence, going with Mr. Wiley's recommendation, change line 2 to read that continue to promote diversity learning.
I added continue
Yeah,
in the
she
beginning.
did one.
Yeah, at the
Yeah.
beginning.
It wouldn't be,
But
I think
we need that throughout.
I think it belongs more in the resolved as opposed to in the whereas.
Yeah.
So you want so resolve that
The
the
Willow
Willow
Board of
Board of
Education
Education will
Continue to implement.
review of purchase order, VSC Inc.
I move that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the attached purchase order to WRCS Inc. in the amount of $22,176.
Support.
It has been moved and supported that the Willow Run Board of Education open for review the attached purchase order to VSC Inc. in the amount of $22,176. Discussion.
This purchase is a continuation of the ARA funds that we've been using to purchase the new technology, mainly Mac related, such as the iPads and MacBooks, so that staff and students can utilize the technology in 21st century learning environment.
Are these some type of lockers or some type of, is it a
Yeah,
system to store them for protection?
Not just protection, but also so that the teacher can sync all 30 together, so that they can be recharged and things like that. So it's like a cart, but a locker is another good way to say it, because it each has its own locker area, and it gets, plugged in so that so that way the teacher's syncing them all at once. It's really,
So it forms a little network.
yes,
Okay.
Well, it's storage and recharging box.
But it also says it's mobile.
It's mobile, yes, it's why we call it a cart, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Classroom,
on wheels, and it's just, yeah.
Concern would be as,
No, not mobile enough where it's small enough to put in your pocket, it's a big, like, laptop
It
cart.
would take 3 or 4 of you to do that.
But will it be affixed to something else to, I mean,
No,
It
in
won't
the
be
past,
necessary?
it's not necessary.
Okay.
If there's anything on top of the cart, that gets, attached to it, fixed, but not actually inside, because it's like a locker where it has a lock or a key or a combination or something.
it's going to be on the second floor, right?
They're going to be throughout all the buildings.
Okay. Well, I know they stole a bunch of computers at MC High, and, we put them all in one place, and,
No, they will not be in all one place.
okay.
We're sharing them
Okay.
among the
We
district.
will lock up the cart then.
Yes, we do that, yes.